Hello Libra, my name is Paul and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Right? And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wow, 9 of Cups. This is the pursuit of perfect happiness. This is following your bliss. This is really good. Kind of a happy birthday for you, right? Very happy birthday. I think this is the last reading in Virgo season, so it kind of is the last opportunity I will have to say happy birthday. But let's see what we can glean from this 9 of Cups. We have a Tower energy here too. Now the Tower isn't always an unwanted thing. It could really be us kind of breaking out onto the scene, breaking out of our shell, right? We have this confidence behind us now. So I feel like maybe this is us kind of getting out there, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, and a Lover's card. Okay. And we see some major arcana energy. We've got the Chariot, we've got the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Tower. This is looking pretty nice. In this kind of sea of blue, we've got a lot of this really strong energy right here in the middle. And I like that. I think it's lovely. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, one random card from the Smith-Waite. We'll put Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, the Dove and Serpent Frog, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so Libra, don't even ask, okay? You got to wait till the end. But we are doing something different. If at any point during the reading you get a sense, a feeling, an idea of what that card is, well, I want you to type your answer into the comment section. Okay, we're seeing if we can collectively raise our vibrations and tap into spirit, into source. And I want you to start discerning this mystery card with me, right? Together as kind of a group exercise, right? But first, let's take a look around the room. Let's see, major. We have our 4 major arcana. We've got some fire. We've got some water. We've got some air. The only thing we really don't have is an earth energy, right? I'm trying to think what we have here that we could ground this whole thing with. Maybe the Chariot, maybe the Cancer energy is us kind of putting all of this stuff into practice and really making moves, you know, on the physical plane. I think we got a fairly nice balance otherwise, except for the earth energy. So a big idea here is for us to ground this energy and put it into proactive things, right? Practical, positive steps out in the manifested world, right? Don't forget to hit the like button, leave me some comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, all right? We're starting with this 9 of Cups. Beautiful. This is, like I said, the pursuit of happiness. This is you, I think, understanding what you need to do to create the kind of abundance in your life that you really need. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, creatively. Right? Full satisfaction. Right? In every realm of your life. This is a big deal. This is a card that says we know the details now, right, of how to get that kind of satisfaction. Starts back with an Ace or a 2 of Cups, and the details get filled in as we go through. When we get to the 9, and, well, the 10 especially, we don't have the 10, we've got the 9. The 9 is us producing that, living that, realizing that, making that happen, right? That best, greatest, perfect happiness. So we understand the details now. I think you're understanding what it's going to take and what that looks like for you. Right? With the Tower across the top here, to me this feels like a very good Tower. This feels like a lot of awareness, a lot of opening your eyes, right? There's this third eye right there on the card, and then there's that open mouth at the bottom. This is prophecy. This is you speaking your truth. This is you becoming aware of what you need, who you are, right? And we're communicating that. We're speaking that word into existence, and it's making it a reality, right? So I think you're coming together with what you need in your life to realize this ultimate happiness. I think you're finding new ways of expressing yourself, right? Especially with this tower energy. I feel like we're kind of getting out of our shell, you know what I mean? Like it feels kind of a breakthrough energy. Personal growth, a surge in confidence, expressing yourself in new ways, putting out the vibe into the world that you're hoping to attract from the world, right? Whatever energy you put out there is kind of what you're going to attract, right? In the recent past, we've got this Six of Wands. This is confidence. This is an increase of confidence. It's Jupiter in Leo. This, to me, is a recent success that you had. Something in your life kind of made you feel good about yourself, right? I don't know if you accomplished something, maybe you paid off some bills, maybe you got a promotion, maybe you just finished a project, maybe you reached a milestone in terms of your health or your fitness, whatever it might be. It set off this chain of events that I think we're kind of in the middle of now, which is this personal growth and this increase of confidence and this focus, I think, on that personal growth in terms of how we are experiencing the world, right? We've got some swords energy here, you know? We've got the Five of Swords down here at the bottom, but by the time we get to the end of the reading, we're going to have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. There's this idea of connecting with your inner self, connecting with who you really are, reflecting on there's water in this card, there's water in this card. It's being expressed emotionally. That internal water energy is kind of like your experience of your soul, right? It's what you really feel, what you really want, your real desires, your real aspirations. It's who you are, and you need to reflect on that. You need to understand who you are. That's the Queen of Cups, but then by the end, we've got the Queen of Swords. So you're taking that self-knowledge, and now you're able to communicate it effectively. Now you're putting it out there into the world and creating the kinds of relationships that you really want and need. Right? And it kind of all has started with this confidence of the Six of Wands here. And then, of course, the Tower energy. I'm not really feeling one particular event here. I feel like this is really a change of attitude for you, because I feel like you are just you're literally coming out of your shell, and I think you're coming off of this big win that we talked about, and that's really giving you this surge of energy, of creativity, of just readiness, eagerness, right, ambition. And I think you're getting noticed, right? I think there are a lot of choices in the future for you. I think a lot of opportunities, not just with relationships, but with business, with creative endeavors. Like everybody wants to partner up with you, right? You're giving off this energy that everybody wants to collaborate with you. Everybody wants to get into business with you, or do something with you, or be in a relationship with you. All of these things, right? Very strong energy here with the major arcana. Now, because we have the Five of Swords down here at the bottom, it wasn't always this way for you. I think with the Five, this was a lot of self-criticism that you might be prone to. It is, I think, a common kind of Libra trait. I feel like maybe in your life you've felt like the underdog sometimes. Felt like it was kind of you against the world in some instances, right? Because I'm feeling like you maybe used to go into situations already feeling like you lost the game, right? Before it even starts. It's that kind of energy. And I think we're turning this around. This card is it's very simple to flip the card around, but it's a little bit more difficult to flip our thoughts around. And instead of the kind of negative self-defeating talk, we have to talk ourselves up. And I think that's part of this confidence too. And since it's a 5 of Swords, we're going to do our Botanical Inspiration card. So this is going to help us deal with that 5 of Swords. I also heard my cat, the Sphinx cat TT, aka Thea, aka Theodora, enter the studio. So I think she might be here with us. And we have the Nasturtium, Victory and Conquest. They who control others may be powerful, but they who have mastered themselves is mightier still. So yeah, this is interesting, because we just talked about kind of going into a situation already feeling like we've lost. Well, maybe this Victory and Conquest card is saying that, look, it's not supposed to be the other way around, that you go into a situation thinking that you've already won, right? But looking at it as it's not a competition anyway, right? It's you just trying to be the best version of yourself. So maybe that really is the way that we flip these thoughts around. Instead of looking at things as a competition, of which maybe we start second-guessing our own abilities. I'm not really that good at this. I didn't practice enough. Everybody else seems like they're really comfortable here, but I'm not very comfortable. Instead of looking at it like that, we just think, I'm going to go and I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to try not to be self-conscious and really try to just let my true self burst out of me, right? Just do it to the best of my ability, without my mind really getting in the way, without my negative thinking really getting in the way. And I think that you're able to do this now because you've done this depth work of this Queen of Cups. I also am wondering if this Queen of Cups is maybe talking about a particular relationship that you have. See, we've got this Cancer energy in the position of your relationships. And in the context of this guarded, kind of uncertain, it must feel like we're kind of protecting ourselves against someone because we're not really sure what's going on with them. I don't know if this is, I'm getting a weird feeling that maybe it's somebody that does want to collaborate with us, but we're kind of torn between our independence and our need for collaboration, right? I don't mean to jump ahead too much, but this Cancer energy was kind of calling out to me. They might have a C name. Might be they're a C in their initials or something. But I feel like we're kind of a little bit guarded with this person, right? We haven't quite taken off all of our armor yet. And we're not sure if we want to collaborate or if it's just something better that we should maintain our independence. Okay, I'm kind of feeling a little bit of that split here, and I feel like that's appropriate with this Lover's energy in the future position. And again, I think this is a lot of people focused on you. You're getting noticed, right? You're putting your really strong, confident, creative energy out there, and people are noticing. People want to collaborate with you. But there's someone, maybe a Cancer person, maybe someone with a C name, that they want to partner with you, but you're not too sure yet. You've got to get a little bit more clarity in this situation before you really make that decision. See, the Lover's energy, this is all about deciding what to link ourselves to, right? This is a marriage. It doesn't have to be a romantic, kind of thing. It's a mystic marriage, right? It's an alchemical wedding. It is the fusion of you and the other. Whether this is an idea, whether this is a group or a cause or a purpose or a spiritual energy, right? God, goddess, deity. There's a lot of opportunities. A lot of things now are opening up to you, and they want to have that union with you. Not just people, right? Energies, ideas. Everything is kind of, waving at you saying, pick me, pick me. You've got to be discerning. I think with this Cancer energy, there's one thing in particular that you're kind of looking at, but we're still on the fence about it, right? There's still this heart-mind split on it, and we need to clarify this heart-mind thing before we make that decision. But the Queen of Cups is also really talking about some emotional depth that you've been reaching. And I think that you are reaching such a deep place in yourself through your own inner spiritual kind of work, your personal growth and self-development and stuff, that you're now able to fully express that should you choose to, right? That you are becoming more and more comfortable being who you are, feeling how you feel, and communicating your needs, wants, desires, intentions, and you're living a more transparent life emotionally, right? Transparent with yourself doesn't mean that you have to tell everybody you meet exactly how you feel, but you're very transparent with yourself, and I think people who are close to you, there's no ambiguity, right? You're becoming very, well, you're raising your emotional IQ, isn't that what they call it? I think that's what they call it. Anyway, moving to the path of the Serpent now, we've got the Nine of Wands. Strength. This is the confidence this confidence here, they're different cards, right? A 6 and a 9. A 6, I think, is a confidence that came from a particular successful milestone or event or something in the practical physical world that really sparked your confidence and made you feel good, right? The 9 of Wands, a different kind of confidence, a different source here. This is the confidence gained from doing this depth work. This could be a spiritual practice. It could be, psychoanalysis. It could be anything really that brings you to a deeper understanding of yourself, right? And how you truly feel, not your surface level emotions. So you're getting past the surface level. You've peeked beyond the veil of yourself, right? And that is the connection that we have here, sun and moon at the top and the bottom of the card, respectively. You're connecting with your true self, your truer self, right? And that brings a certain confidence. So we've got confidence coming from kind of outside, and then confidence that we're connecting with inside, right? So there's kind of there's a double blessing here, right? And I think that's very cool. And I think that is really creating this kind of tower moment. And now, again, the tower. This is not a negative, shadowy kind of card at all. I'm feeling really good about this energy. It may be disruptive in your life a little bit. It may be kind of completely different. It's like suddenly now I've got all this energy, all this ambition and creativity, and I'm kind of bursting at the seams. This is good energy. It might be, like I said, a little bit disruptive, but it's almost as if you see the details of your goal now and there's nothing holding you back. Nothing's holding you back. That feels really, really good to me. We do have this Chariot energy. Now, this is in the environment. This is a card of a relationship. So that's why I think there might be a Cancer person that wishes to collaborate with you, kind of wants to be the one that you choose, right? But you're feeling a little guarded against them, and maybe because they seem a little bit impenetrable too, because you, I think, are quite honest with how you feel, and you're very good at communicating who you are and what you desire, what you want, and what your thoughts and feelings are. This other person, maybe they seem a little closed off. Maybe you're waiting for them to reveal a little bit of their true self. We don't know who's behind this armor, right? So maybe this other person is a little bit closed off to you still, and you're not ready to make a decision because you don't really see them yet, right? So it's not an issue with you just being unsure or being closed off or secretive or anything, but I think this other person still has their armor on, right? And that in turn is kind of making you feel a little bit cautious as well. Does that make sense? But what we see next is very interesting, because both of these cards, the Hanged Man and the Chariot, are water energies. So it's almost as if now with the Hanged Man, this figure has completely taken off all of the armor, and they have laid it out all on the table and said, here I am. Right? There's a really big difference between these two. And we can say that this is you, but it's also, I think, an archetype that might be activated in this other person. Again, maybe the C name, maybe they're a Cancer person, right? These two cards are very different. One is very protective. One is very fortified. One is in full armor, right? Ready for battle, ready for any kind of attack, right? Ready to move, ready to just speed away at any minute. They're on that chariot, right? Fortified, prepared. And then the Hanged Man, not ready to move anywhere, cannot run, it has no protection, has no clothing on at all, right? Let alone armor. They're not even ready to leave the house. So really big differences here. So this is kind of, I've taken off all my armor, and this is me bare and raw, and this is everything, you know, in a symbolic way. Okay. And I think this is when we're talking about your energy, I feel like this is something that you are kind of looking to be very careful with. This is the obstacle. This is the card we don't want, right? It's in the position of what we do not want. And we do not want to take our armor off and lay ourselves bare until we reach this kind of clarity about this person and this opportunity. Now, maybe it's not a person. This opportunity for connection, right? We don't want to do this big reveal of ourselves until we get this kind of clarity about this other person. Now, this is also the other person. They seem closed off, and what you're kind of waiting for, the obstacle here, is for them to reveal their true self to you as you feel like you are ready to do. It's almost like the two of you got to meet in the middle somewhere, right? And so it's just kind of, we're waiting for this Queen of Swords, this clarity, you know. And I think this will come. I think you just keep projecting the best version of yourselves, right? You keep letting your spirit out, just being you. And, you know, maybe in time this person will do the same. Because, again, like I said earlier, the more you put your energy out, whatever you kind of are projecting into the environment is what is going to be attracted to you. Okay? Very interesting. Let's do the mystery card now. Thank you, Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, the Dove and Serpent Frog. This is the point of the reading where I ask you to try to connect with these energies and these images, and let's see if we can raise our vibrations and tap into this mystery card. All right, I like this as a kind of a group exercise for us here. I want you to take a guess, right? If you can type it into the comment section, go ahead, but if you're not able to do that, that's okay. Just kind of, you know, say it to yourself what you think this might be. I have an idea, but I'll leave the camera like this. I'll pause for a second. I'll have a sip of my lovely lemon water here. That's good. Okay, because we're talking about a lot of water here, right? We're talking about a lot of water. We started with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups to me was this idea that we've discovered the details, what we want and what we need, right? We started with the Ace, and now it's more complex now. Now we have all the details with the 9, right? It's a more complex number. It's ready for action in the material world. I think we either need the Earth energy, showing a 3 of Pentacles, or even a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles, right? But at least some sort of Earth energy. Or we need the water energy, but back at source, to reconnect with, in a very simple way, what we truly want, what we truly desire, and realize that that is our guiding force, right? That is what we have to stay true to, even if the details may change, because the 9, it's very far from the ace, right? I mean, it's at the end of the scale there. So it's easy for us to get lost in these details and kind of forget where we came from, forget what we originally connected with, in the beginning. So I feel like we need a simpler version of the cups, maybe an ace, maybe a 2 or 3 of cups, or any of the earth energies. Okay. Let's see what we have. It's a 2 of cups. This is perfect because this is also connecting with something, right? These 2 cards are very close. And this decision that you have to make, right? You have all these entities, ideas, people kind of waving and saying, hey, pick me, pick me. That choice is going to be dependent on your kind of original will and desire. And by reconnecting with what you truly are after in life, you're going to know what decision to make, right? Maybe this is how we get that clarity, right? But this is kind of a good omen for the benefit of this collaboration. Maybe it is romantic. Maybe this is a love reading, right? Whatever it is that we're potentially going to match up with, I think it's really a good idea. I think we're getting a confirmation here. As long as you can connect back to, again, that kind of source, that original intent, that original will and desire, what you truly are after, the kind of love that you want, and apply that in your Libra way to this current opportunity, see if it's the right one. But it seems pretty positive to me. We are going to do an extended reading, Libra. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. Libra, I want you to remember that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.